YouTube, what's going on? Thank you for joining me on another vlog series. I want to make this video really quick and brief. Unfortunately, these next couple of weeks are extremely busy with my Academy launch that we're launching on October 24th. So if you haven't already, there's going to be a link in the description to sign up for a free event. It's completely free, but seats are going to be limited, of course, because I only want the ones that are actually willing to make the commitment for themselves and learn that, what you know now is not what you're going to know 5 years from now. But what if you could understand how to operate a business, be more effective, leverage tools like AI or even virtual assistants that would help create a better business for you so you can actually start to learn how to step back and not be a slave to your business. But I want to talk about this in this video about mentorship, how important mentorship is if you really want to level up. And I'm not even just talking about me mentoring you. I'm talking about people who have influenced you in your life that are going to impact how your future turns out. And what I mean by that is I've had some mentors in my life that I didn't realize it at the time, but they were giving me the road signs. There's no question. I paved my own path throughout my life, but if I look back and I think about all of the people who've touched me, who've impacted me, who've really helped me guide me to where I am, I would not be where I am without having the people in my life. And it makes you wonder who you're influenced by. If you are hanging around a group of guys who are smoking weed, drinking, talking about useless stuff, video games, all the stuff that isn't beneficial to you or your future or even your quality of life. Is that what you want to be? Just another white sheep? No, you want to be different. You want to be the person who is actually climbing the mountains. Because when you get to the top of the mountain, you're going to see that beautiful view, the empire that you built, and not just looking at this mountain and how overwhelming it is. So I want to talk about mentorship, but I want to talk about how important it is. People, you are not, unfortunately, are not going to see the potential you have in yourself. Yes, there's no question. You're going to probably snap back to reality every 30 days and realize that, okay, you know what? If I do this is my routine. This is how I'm going to live my life. This is how I'm going to start budgeting. This is how I'm going to start saving costs. This is how I'm going to grow my business, blah, blah, blah. That's great. But the challenge is will you hold yourself accountable? And are you going to have your partner, your family members, your friends hold you accountable? Because they know that you might create some excuses, but they're going to be okay with you not following through with what you want. But when you have a strong mentor, when you have somebody who looks at you and sees, no, I see a bigger reason. I see a better version of you deep down in there, and I know you can do better. I know you can do more. And they push you. They push you. And sometimes it's very stressful having a mentor. I have a mentor in my life. I am searching for a different level in my career, my life, my quality well-being, even my mental health, my physical health. Like everything is important to me now because I don't want to waste my one opportunity of living. So if I want to be the best version of me, there's people who are looking at me that I've paid for to see the potential of where I want to be, to listen to my ideas, listen to my goals, listen to how passionate I am about making sure this succeeds. And I'm going to give you a little story of how my life really changed in my life. And that was when I went to go be a sales representative at a Chevrolet dealership in Burlington. The sales manager put me across from his office purposely because he saw something for me. And you know what? It was extremely annoying. Every time I took a sales call, it felt like I did something wrong. But after every time he taught me something, what I did wrong, what I should have improved, how I could have done it better, it challenged me. It challenged me to want to get better. It challenged me to prove something to him. And then not only am I proving it to him, I'm proving it to myself that I am able to maybe not take no as easily from a customer, to make suggestions for sales, to invite customers into our dealership instead of trying to do a deal over the phone. Like, you don't really realize, because at that moment I just kept rolling my eyes like, man, this manager just doesn't shut up. But now I look back at that moment and realize, like, the only reason I got good at sales is because he saw something in me. He wanted the best for me in that career. Somebody who's already been in sales for 20, 30 years wants to give me all of the knowledge he has by sitting with me after hours in the morning, going out for dinners, and putting all this knowledge. And that's why books, like, I'm not a big fan of school. Like, I have a different view of education. And reading books now is so powerful. Or even just listening to Audible. Like, you don't really realize how powerful books are until you actually go through a whole book, take notes, maybe reread some chapters, and start implementing it in your life. You realize people spend 20, 30, 40, 50 years of becoming an expert in their industry, learning everything that they have learned, and they're going to put it into a book for $20, $30. When I talk about mentorship to detailers, and when I talk about the opportunity, I'm going to see something in detailers that they don't even see in themselves, let alone they didn't even think was an option. Having a mentor pushing you to your limits is only going to increase the ability of your performance because you didn't realize that you could do more. You didn't realize that you could level up being an effective business owner. And the challenge is that you are going to learn these things over time. You are going to learn because within 5 years, you're going to understand, like, oh, wow, if I actually hired somebody, I can offload my work. And then all of a sudden, you wonder why 5 years later you didn't do that year one. Or even AI. I'm a big advocate of learning about AI. That you can offload your phone calls, your emailing, your social media posting to AI. And the problem is, you are going to sit there and wait until you hear everybody else doing it, and then you'll implement it and be like, wow, I should have done this sooner. So the challenge is that mentors that actually are professionals in their industry want to give you the information right now. Like, that's what you're paying for. You're paying for a mentor to guide you, to have the best tools, to have the best results, to actually perform within your business. Yes, there's a cost to it. There is a cost to somebody holding your hand and guiding you down a stronger path instead of a very sketchy road that you have no clue. I'm just using analogies here. So, the biggest recommendation that I can make to you, especially if you're looking for a mentor, and this is the only advice that you need, is if you're looking for a mentor, be sure to find a mentor that is where you want to be 5 to 10 years from now. I have my own mentor that I look forward to, and he is a huge role model to me that I want to be in 5 to 10 years from now. If you're a detailer and you're getting mentored by someone who is also another mobile detailer that's doing just a little bit better in sales than you, is that somebody that you really want to be mentored by? Or do you want somebody who can operate a business that does over $500,000 a year? So if you're looking for someone that is going to mentor you in the right path and guide you down a road that you genuinely want to be helped along, then be sure to do your research. Be sure to look into somebody that is where you want to be for your future. And they're out there. They're all out there and they're willing to teach you. They're willing because it's so exciting to see the next generation of people who want to come up, and it's all ages. Like, business is business. I don't care who you're talking to, how you find a client, how you nurture leads, how you convert people, how you upsell. Like, sales, customers, employees, everything's the same when it comes to business. And that's why business is so special to me. I love talking about business because it's what creates opportunities, not only for you, but for the team that you bring on. And that's one thing to consider. When you bring on a team, when you bring people onto your workforce, you are going to be their mentor, whether you like it or not. I have 4 people in the other side of this wall that look up to me, that I have a responsibility to make sure I show up for them every single day. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to show up for myself, let alone 4 other people. But what's rewarding is that when I see the things that I've instilled or implemented into how they work day to day, how they look at life, how they manage themselves, it's really inspiring. If you ever have any questions, if mentorship is something that you've wanted in your life, or feel like you're stuck, or you have questions that just you need to be answered, then I'm here for you. So without further ado, there's a link underneath this video that you can sign up, register for for a free seat on HCP Academy launch on October 24th, and I really can't wait to see you there. And but if you have questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. If mentorship is something that you want in your life, if you really genuinely are taking this business, your business, in this industry serious, just like I am, then let's do it together. And just think, if we had a community of people who are all looking for the exact same thing, to have a successful business, to not be the operator, the person stuck with the vacuum polishing every single car, and realizing that the reason why you got into business is, one, to have that freedom, financial freedom, to not be told what to do, but you're not going to have that freedom if you're detailing every car. So please feel free to reach out to me. And hey, thank you guys so much. I'm sorry I kept this vlog short, simple, to the point. It's not how I wanted to, but there's so much behind the scenes. You guys have no idea what's coming in this next month. So I'm so excited for October 24th. Don't forget to register your spot, and we will catch you in the next video. It's going to be a good one. And like always, stay driven.